All right. So it's time to watch Sisters. Season 8, episode 3, Up Close and Personal is the name of the episode. Anything you want to say before we get started?
Let's go.
We seeing you in here. Feel like I stepped off the elevator into the way back machine. He ain't been gone that long. He about 2, 3 X. Okay, all right, enough.
2 or 3 X's ago. All right.
Yeah, like I feel like why are they putting so much emphasis on this? Yes, they waltz in their house like always, but heck, by now they know she's a hussy. They
It's
know
always
she's a
some dude. It's
floozy.
always a dude around.
They get like really? She just left a quote unquote prominent guy who was gonna be a governor, whatever he was gonna be,
Yeah.
and went back to get. So they don't know her. They know that she gets around. So like,
They
why
know
act
that
so
girl.
shocked and yeah, acting so shocked and appalled? But
Yeah.
that's it.
Tell you what I'm back into.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
You,
Pause it, but pause it, pause it, pause it, pause it, pause it, pause it. Okay, one more time. Like, I get that they're all homegirls and stuff, but why would that be a stick out that he's going back to the firm? They know he's a freaking lawyer. Or he's a part of that team. Like, is that such a big leap that wow, why is he back at work, back at the firm?
No,
Like,
I'm
why is
thinking
that a
that.
hot topic? Why
That's
is that a
my
hot topic?
that if they know what we know, it's got to be a hot topic. The last we heard of your ass, you couldn't afford to keep the firm. Your ass was gone. You disappeared. We ain't heard from you or seen you, and now you come back and you just gonna go back to work. I mean, like there's
But
so
is
many
but
missing pieces here.
is that a hot topic among this group of friends?
I just would have suspected that
Um,
since Andy had dated him, that she told her friends about what happened.
it's a lot of stuff she don't tell them, and to me, that wouldn't be a hot topic to be questioning. Like, oh, you're going back to what? It's like I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like that's not like a normal question for non-legal people, non-legal friend, like friends. If you have friends like that who are friends to Andy, who is a lawyer, most of that stuff you're not interested in. That's what I think. Especially
Yeah,
like if you're a Danny, if you're a Ken, you're not interested in that stuff.
in the
You're not
inner
keeping up
workings.
with that.
Yeah,
You're
most
not.
of us
I mean,
don't go home and discuss like the intricate details of the stuff involving our job with our friends. We just kind of we bond around the things that we're already interested in.
especially with this group of friends, you're not
Yeah, I
talking
hear you.
about this stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Matt says, is Robin really her ex? Were they official or was they just smashing on the low? They were smashing on the low. Because if I recall, when she had sex with Robin, the hussy, she was with Gary. They were back and forth with Gary, pretty
Yeah,
much. So they
yeah.
her and Robin were never a thing. They
Mm.
just had sex.
That's a good point. But Robin did give her like $1 million. So how much did he give her?
We not well, okay, but that's not the we're not talking about a gift or whatever he did for her. They were not official, and that just shows the type of person that Andy is. She was going for the ride.
Andy, sweetie, listen, we know the last few days have been very trying, right?
This is the first time in a long time we've seen three of the sisters come to another sister's apartment, and there was no hostility among the four. Like I'm looking at Karen sitting back, like, yeah, what's going on? And like, she ain't got beef with nobody. She ain't ready to shoot nobody. She ain't threatening to leave the group. It's like old times. It's like season one.
It's like old times, but this meeting, they're not. All of them are usually unavailable to be meeting all together at once. And this is it just a coincidence? And then again, I had to catch myself. They all just finished being interrogated, so I guess they did want to all meet up. So
Yeah, that's a good point. But it's the next morning before work, so they haven't gone to work
that's
yet either.
true.
Um,
That's true.
Right? Yes. And we're not here to judge you. No, speak for yourself. I'm judging.
Hold, pause it one more time, Sir Darrell. Sir Darrell. Um, dear friend and alumni to the show, Matt Gordon says, better chemistry without Fatima. Yes.
well, I don't want Fatima in that group either. So
What? Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Weren't you just fighting that? Why can't she be a sister? Isn't she a sister? Wasn't you just debating with me on not too
For
long
me, when
ago
I
about
say
her
a
being a
sister,
sister?
I don't mean that she
Oh,
has to
come
hang
on.
out with the four. I'm talking about
Oh, not
her
a
her
sister, a
picture,
sister,
her picture being
a
up there
sister,
in the very
a
opening and
sister,
in the when the video. That's what I'm talking
a
about.
sister, a sister. Okay,
There are 5 stars
that's
to
it.
sisters.
Okay.
5.
And I know it looks strange.
Yeah, it looks like you're hoeing.
Okay, to hell with how it looks. We oldest friends, Andy. We got your back no matter what. Thank you. Right?
So you might as
Pause
well
it for a
start
second.
talking and
Pause
toss
it.
it.
Okay, friendship, true friends like this group, they are true friends. We agree, right?
Yep.
I'm thinking as a friend, I have your back no matter what in public, so you don't look like a fool. But in this circle, in private, in private, I'm the one to be like, girl, what you doing? Especially Sabrina and Danny, because they're dating Jordan's best friends in the world. You know what I mean? So they should be the ones to be like, listen, your ex or whatever you want to call it, the guy you're messing over, Jordan, he's best friends with the person I'm talking to. You have to know that's gonna be a problem, right? And as a true friend, not just a coworker or somebody you see on the street going by, a true friend is the one that's gonna be there to check you and be like, girl, what are you doing? What's going on? You do know I'm dating. You do know I'm dating his best friend. Not to mention it's just plain wrong. But none of them are
This is why
saying that. All they said,
this is why everybody is always screaming for Danny and how amazing she is, because from their perspective she just always goes straight to it.
but not now. What do you mean? She's
Well,
just as wrong because she's dating Jordan. She is dating Jordan's
no,
friend,
if
which
you when
which
they
is the
were all
best friend.
talking about when they were all talking about now about not judging, Danny's words were, "I'm judging."
No, wait a minute. Wait, she needs to be clear about it. She's just being joking, Danny right
Oh,
now.
like you
She's
want her to
not
like for
pointing.
real, like have an attitude.
I mean that no, not an attitude, but a real freaking conversation. Like, listen, I am dating his best friend. What are your intentions? Because that is kind of to me that's kind of serious to me.
Mm.
I mean, but maybe I'm wrong.
I hear you. That's definitely going to create conversation that's going to be uncomfortable because the dude she's dating
Yeah.
is going to want to just blast Andy. And how you really going to do that? You know, like to her best
How
friend.
yeah how long can you continue to look the other way and change the because it's going to clash sooner or later.
Yeah.
Sooner or later. Sooner or later Andy's going to go back to um Jordan saying the whole how this is what happened, I love you, and me as the friend, it as a Sabrina, do I just zip my lips and be like, "Oh crap, I just saw Andy with another guy," but that's not my place to say nothing because that's my sister.
Her loyalty is
Which
with her
is
sister.
that is right. What I'm saying in public, yes, but in the house, in that circle, that's the time to have these conversations.
Right.
Am I
But you
wrong?
saying in public, yeah, you're not wrong, but you're saying in public, yes. When she is with her man at home, that's not in public. So now we're dealing in private. The loyalty still lie? Are there does she have a
What do you
loyalty there?
mean?
Like,
What do you mean?
does she tell her man that she saw Danny with this dude? Because that's not a public conversation. That's a private conversation.
No,
Is
no, 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 no. Does Sabrina tell her man this
yes,
this and that?
yes, yes.
No, all conversations. I'm dealing with the sister circle. All conversations need to be with Andy,
What if she's
not the. You know what I
asked?
mean?
What if she's asked?
It
What if
it it still would be wrong. It still would be wrong. But as a best friend, you. I don't want to say you would lie about that because that would
yeah,
be
because
lying.
we just had a
It,
whole
it,
blowout about
we
lying.
did, and I'm still not right with lying. But I'm saying now's the time to fix that before it snowballs into something big.
But if
Now
you
would be the
can't
time
fix
to
it,
have.
if you can't fix it, if Andy ain't trying to hear nothing you say, then do you tell him?
But if he asks, So what is he gonna ask for me to bring this up? Like what is he gonna say?
Do you
Because
know whether or
technically they didn't
not
say anything.
Danny is
They didn't see
dating
anything.
anybody else at this point? Like, I
She
mean,
is not.
Andy. No,
She's
excuse me. I'm trying to answer your question. I said it wrong. Asking the question, do you know whether or not Andy is, my boy is over there hurting. Is Andy interested in him? Is she got somebody else? That could be a question. Have you
she
seen
wouldn't
her
be
with
lying
another
if she
guy?
said no, but she hasn't. She said she's talking with a coworker, so that wouldn't be lying because they didn't see anything technically. So
Okay, see.
that's
Yeah,
correct.
there are times that you can wrap your brain around this deception.
Nope,
And
nope, nope, nope. That's not
other times you
deception.
call out.
It's not deception. That's not deception. No, it's not. It's
That's
not.
being
It's
so
different. No,
specific to not tell the truth.
but they're not lying. They didn't see anything, and
Technically,
everything,
they're not lying, but they know
every
what's up.
and my thing is, it's all out there. Jordan knows that she's about to marry Gary, so you don't even got to get into that. She's as far as he knows that the only thing he knows right now is she's supposed to marry Gary. So it really doesn't matter right now, right?
Yes, I agree with you. I'm just trying to make sense of this apparent flip flop.
That's not a flip flop.
There's a
That's not
total
a
flip
flip
flop.
flop.
There's a total flip
No, it
flop.
wasn't. No, the conversation that I started was the sister circle needs to be having these hard conversations right now. That's what I'm talking about. You trying
I
to bring
now
up
know what
something
I'm buying
else?
you. I know what I'm getting you for Christmas now. I've been trying to figure
Flip
out for a long
flops,
time. Some flip
and,
flops.
and I got a caveat. That's a different show. That's a different show.
All right.
And now that that evil dragon, Gary, has been vanquished, you guys can whisk off to the fantasy land or something. To your happily ever after. Gary.
Sorry, it's interesting that they think that Gary is dead and they really don't care. Like, this is like hardcore, talking about a dead
Shadero,
man.
pause it 1 second. Matt says the phones are off. He was trying to call in, and then you can continue.
Yeah, I mean, they're on as far as us. I mean, I can't. They're on. There's nothing else for me to do.
Says they're on.
Yeah, tell them to try again. They are so hardcore when it comes to when it comes. Oh, here he is. Sir, did you dial the number wrong the first time?
Oh, not at all.
No.
You had me blocked as usual. You go from having me blocked to turning me off blocked. And come on, Dow.
All right, you're right.
We know your we know your shenanigans by now.
I
Come
did
on
just
now.
unblock you. You're right. I'm sorry.
Oh, see, there you go. Oh, wow. Jeff, you heard that? He told the truth again. That's twice. Twice in one day.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
Jeff, did Dow really say he was going to get you a spatula for Christmas? That you flip-flopping?
Now I'm getting him
He
actual
said
flip
flip flops. Flip flops.
He said actual flip-flops.
actual flip flops.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to make this brief. Okay. Oh, well, that got me cracking up, Dow. That was a good one. Wow.
You know he was flip flopping. You know he was.
He was.
He was.
Wait, did I?
Absolutely.
And he knew when he was saying it, and you knew you had him. So he's like, gotcha.
Yeah, he was in the rope. I had him up against the ropes, and he was ducking.
He was trying to get out of it, but he was in too deep.
Yeah, smooth. Sugary lemon. No.
So here's the question. So Andy is coming clean with the sisters about a situation with Gary, right?
Yes.
But so she's coming clean with them, but she's still not coming clean with the FBI, the police, or even Jordan. Don't you think the first thing she said she wasn't able to reach Jordan? Wouldn't that have been the first thing she did, knowing his state of mind and all that's going on?
And hasn't she seen Jordan? Didn't well, I guess maybe not since then, but you're making the exact point that I was sitting here thinking about, and I was about to make. This is crazy as hell. If there's something you can't tell if you can't tell the FBI this story, the FBI, if you hold it against,
you telling these blabbermouth women that you know are blabbermouth.
Yeah.
Come on now.
That is absolutely crazy. And I don't,
Insane to me.
Yeah.
Insane.
this is one of the few times when spilling your guts to the police and the FBI is warranted. This is who you should have been talking to the whole
Especially after all
time.
that's went on. Gary's in the hospital. He's almost died and all of this. Like,
Yeah.
come on now. Like, it's not going to get, like I said, once again, the cover up, more lies and lies and lies. Makes me think that this whole show is full of pathological liars. Really. Wow.
Except for Fatima. She's the only one who tells the truth.
Oh, no, let's not go. Let's not veer into that. Let's not veer into that. We know you defend Fatima in every case. But yeah, I feel a little bad for Jordan, though, even though he's a simp from the beginning for messing with her in the first place.
Yes.
You know, knowing that your sister is pregnant by the man that she was with all those years, and yet you still wanted to be with her. Once he found out that this was the same guy, that should have been it for him and Andy. Period.
Oh, you mean like one? Yeah, he should have. The natural reaction is, oh hell no! Like I'm just done with this.
Exactly. Early on, like nah, come on now.
But
Should've
check
been a
this
wrap.
out. Check this out. And I would love for you and Jeff both to think about this. Right before you called in, Jeff and I were having a conversation about the conversation that these girls are going to have with their men. The spin has just been given. Like they could make Angie look angelic if they really spin this story around the reason that she did this was to save his physical life. If they can sell that story, Andy becomes a saint.
Right. True. But first, the thing is, so they're going to tell, do you think they will tell their men, and Jordan doesn't even know yet himself? That's what I'm saying. Jordan should have been, at least know now. How would you tell them before you tell Jordan?
Yeah, that's real. That's real. Because Jordan was the
like
one most
one of
affected by
them
this.
one of them is not going to slip up. Like not Karen, like Danny or Sabrina's not going to slip up and tell their man. And as soon as their man finds out, they're going to say, well, you can't tell Jordan. They're going to be like, hell no, I'm telling my boy. You got to be kidding. How can I not tell my boy that?
And they would have to tell him, right, Jeff?
Huh?
They would have to tell him if they found out, right? If
oh yeah.
Like immediately. Like they would have to even stop everything they're doing and tell him.
I mean, I don't know what you're getting at,
you
but
don't
that
hold
would be the
back
right thing to do.
information like that.
I don't know who you are anymore, so I just want to make sure that every step of the way I figure
Listen,
it out.
I've said the
Jeff saying?
same.
He's barely audible now. Once I call him a flip flopper, he's barely speaking.
Because he's lying. He's lying.
Jeff. Get it out, Jeff.
He is
Mumbling
spinning the narrative. He is spinning the narrative. I said to tell the truth. Shame the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right, exactly. So we agree that she shouldn't have told the girls before she told Jordan, and do we agree with that?
I agree with it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Jeff?
That's fine because she still would have been telling the truth. So yeah, that's fine.
What you don't?
Right.
No, not that's fine. No, he is. It's not a matter of whether or not it's fine. What Matt is saying is before she even opened her mouth to these girls, the first stage should have been to go find Jordan and tell him that before she told him.
Bingo.
Okay, but you were asking me about to lie about it and not right. I don't care what order it happens in. I'm just as long as it happens.
Yeah, but what we're saying is we do care about what order it happens in. That's the whole.
Okay.
That's the whole point of what Matt's saying. The order is important.
Okay.
Sorry, Matt, I talked over you. Say that again.
Okay, it's like Jordan is the afterthought. Like, okay, I'll get to him when I get to. So much was going on. Like, he's not even a priority. I'll get to him when I get to him.
Now, I will say this, though. She probably wasn't going to call them over to tell them. They showed up, and she ended up telling them. But I just have a feeling if Jordan showed up, he wouldn't have got this information.
So is she going to tell them, even though I told you this, don't tell Jordan? Not just don't tell Jordan, but don't tell Tony, don't tell... What's the other guy's name?
Yeah, because it would be them who would tell Jordan, actually.
Once again, we got a whole right. Exactly. So, okay. All right. Just wondering, this is kind of strange, but just my way of thinking. It's not making sense, but
Yeah,
Let's
well,
move
we'll find
on.
out. I have a feeling in this scene she's gonna make some sort of a request. Don't tell nobody. We'll see.
Right. And then, like I said, once again, has it ever happened when they had information and was able to keep it to themselves? Come on now.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on, fellas.
All right,
Talk to you later.
Thanks. That Matt guy, pretty cool.
Man, that be tripping.
No, Matt's on it. He is
I'm
cool. I
just
like it.
popping back up in town and in your life. Right as
Pause
Gary
it.
got stabbed. I mean,
I think you were saying the same thing, that it's a coincidence that Robin's popping back up. And didn't you say that Robin could be a suspect?
Robin is my number one suspect.
I, you know, I, you know, it now that they put light on it, and after you mentioned it, it does seem like a coincidence him popping back up. It just wasn't in my mind. But the fact that he's coming back, remember back in the day, we had all these questions for Robin, like he's back like it's another day. What happened to the company being taken over uh by Gary and Hayden? What happened to all of this drama? So now he's just back like nothing's happened. So to your point, maybe he did put something in process, because
And these
it just seems.
ridiculous rules that he's trying to make go back and play the role of being near Gary. It's like he's
What
creating
now
he's creating something that gonna even be more suspicious if that's found out. Like that's now she's just
now he's
acting
not
all the way
wrong
around.
about that, but wait a minute now. I don't. Is he wrong about that, about looking more suspicious? Because
He's not.
it has to look legit, right? Her marrying Gary and all that good stuff. So for her to be waltzing back over to Jordan, it would raise some eyebrows, right?
It would raise some eyebrows. But my point is,
So yeah.
my point is also like creating a character to act out scenes in front of the FBI. Like if that I don't I guess that's not illegal. But if that somehow gets found out that you were just creating this big whole lie and this fake character of loving this person, if that ever came out, that cements you as a suspect much deeper than the truth did. I mean, you can't go to
I
jail
mean,
for that.
that's.
I guess you
I
could
don't
go to
know.
jail if you lie, though. Then it becomes tricky on what questions you can answer. Because if you've just been lying the whole time, you've now lied to a federal agent. So I guess they can never prove, oh, I say I love Gary. Well, no, I see you didn't love Gary. That's gonna be hard to prove because they can't.
Well, she blabbed it all to her friends. So I mean, it's not gonna be that hard, because now we have a lot of loose ends, even though they're ride or die. But they're not all the sharpest bunches. They can be tricked into telling what they need to hear. So I'm just saying. I don't know.
I'm Gary. Oh, but how do you know for sure that you can trust him?
I don't really know. I hope that I can. But then again, I trusted
Well,
Gary.
pause it.
and look where
Pause
that
it.
got me.
Pause it. Now, when I say, how do you know you can trust them? Even let's just say he did do something to Gary. How does that not be like? What would that? How would that go against Andy in any way?
I
Let's
have no
just say
idea.
he did do something again. You know, that's no skin off of Andy's nose, right?
None. That's when this just starts getting silly. How do we know we can trust him?
You
Like this is
kinda-
a Sherlock Holmes novel.
Like he works there. I mean, the law firm he works there owns it, or whatever you want to
Owns it or
call it. So, I
something.
mean, so
We needed some
you
clarity.
know, and
But
he obviously does have legal expertise. So that's crazy, but whatever.
Because you know one thing that white folks don't do? Promote scheming black bitches that try to kill their fiance.
Andy ain't trying to
Pause
kill
it.
nobody.
As crazy as Hayden is, that statement, he's kind of right about that. Like
oh, he's
that
absolutely right.
drama, like that drama, that your personal life that getting out right there, they don't like anything messing up their image, especially a
Yeah,
law firm, right?
absolutely.
I forgot about that. I thought about it, but it just dawned on me again. She's got a lot of personal drama, so you would think that if the wrong person in power gets a whiff of that, it's gonna be over for her. But
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And the billionaire ain't gonna be able to. They will forego the billionaire's money for something like that because there are billions more on the line.
Oh, yeah. Somebody's getting fired.
Shut up, Fatima.
Hands on, man. She be. Whoo. Fatima be hands
why do
on,
you
bro.
like stuff like that? Why do
I
you like stuff like
I
that?
can't say that I like it. That's an uncomfortable type of a thing. Like that can go. I don't like it actually. That can go so south so fast that the only reason she can do
Um,
that is because she'll kill him if he tries anything.
Matt says, did we ever get clarity why Hayden was leaving town?
No, we didn't. All we know is he was leaving town. His wife or whoever she is to him at this point came over. They had sex, and then he went to work. He was leaving town, and next thing you know, he went to work while she put a disgusted look on her face.
Yeah.
That you were part of Gary Border's failed coup to seize control of Benson, Jones, and Leland from me.
Yeah, that part.
That it failed. We don't know how it failed. We don't know how he came up with the money, but some kind of way we now know that he did come up with the money, so that the coup did fail. But the last time we saw him, he was looking like everything was completely going south. They don't tell us what happened, but we're just now probably supposed to just move on, right?
Uh, I'm guessing there's some kind of plan in place. Um, I have to believe that uh, I have to believe that Robin has a plan in place because that would just make sense. But let's just go.
But like when we came back 2 seasons ago, however long that was after the coup, we came back to him being gone, them working, and we just assumed that he didn't own the place anymore. Or like we just assumed his portion was done. When he showed back up here, everybody was like, "Why are you here?" But nobody seemed shocked that he, was part owner. Like nobody was thinking that, oh, well, he can't be going to the office. That's just us because we weren't filled in on the details. So the narrative from their standpoint, they're just shocked that he's there just because they haven't seen him, but not shocked from the standpoint of you don't own this anymore. What are you doing here? It wasn't that. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that makes me think that they're never going to address it because the other people aren't shocked. So how is it ever even going to come up? It's almost like we're supposed to just forget about 2 or 3 seasons ago and how we left Robin, how we saw him the last time and how defeated he was and all of that stuff.
You know, when she's not getting herself for the firm and one scandalous criminal investigation after another.
You needn't concern
Oh
yourself
my
with the FBI's
God.
interest in
He remembers that there's a thing between him and Andy, so like he doesn't know all of the details.
But
This is suicide for him to be saying these
he,
things.
but some people are not used to talking up to management, and he's like that's why he will never evolve into just being a brilliant lawyer or a tax attorney because he's not good at talking with colleagues. You know what I mean? Having
Yeah,
a filter. You know what I mean? So that's what I noticed. But like he said, some of the most crass things about Andy in front of your boss, essentially, in front of the
yeah,
owner of the building, like which is, but that's something that he lacks,
yeah,
and that's why he's where he is. So.
yeah.
Oh, thanks, Rob.
You like
She'll like Rob.
Right.
And
Mr. Whipple.
Are you serious? See, I knew it had to be something.
Stuff like that because I mean they didn't even believe it. They just lowered it. Do you know what she just said? Do you understand what she? I mean, I understand she did something with the teacher, but I couldn't make out the word.
Do we really care? What
I
she
do
said?
care. Like
Why is this?
I really
Why
do.
does it?
I want to know what
Why
she
does
did to
this
him.
scene exist? Why does this scene exist?
All right,
Like
you
this
got a
is
good
like
point there.
the biggest waste memory lane of college years, and the only person who really amounted to something in college is obviously Andy, right?
And that ain't even
So,
from that college because that's not a law school. She had to actually,
right.
I want to try one last time. I won't rewind it anymore. I want to just see if I can figure out what she did to the man.
Robin has given me Andy's caseload.
It's interesting for me because these are my two, probably my two favorite characters on the show. These two. And they about to be working together. That is going to be so funny to me. That is really going to be interesting. Like working together. She's going to be his paralegal.
Um,
And she can't sabotage him because that would be sabotaging Andy's clients.
yeah, that's true. I don't think it's gonna be for long because um at first I was like, I think uh uh Robin has an angle, which I do know now because he said keep your enemies closer. So I'm pretty sure that he's working to get rid of Hayden. Once that's what I think. But
Yeah, it might not be for long. I'm just saying, however long it is, it's more time. I
interesting. Yeah.
like seeing them together, and so I'm going to get to see them more together. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, I was just gonna step out and run an errand real quick. I'll be right back.
I'm afraid you're gonna have to run your errands on your own personal time from now on.
I'm sorry. Come again?
I understand that in my absence, this place has become a bit of a revolving door with employees coming and going during business hours. Now that I'm back, that's gonna change.
Pause
While you're
it.
here on the clock, I need.
Even though, let me start off by saying I know Robin is playing a role right now because I, he's putting on the facade base because he knows that Fatima and Andy are good friends. I want to start with that, but what he's saying is not wrong. He is running. He is running that. He didn't make up this stuff. Obviously, he knows how to be a leader, and he's running it like a true general manager. You know what I mean? That's what Andy should have been doing. You know what I mean? Because I've been a general manager for 10 years. You know what I mean? P&L, baby, profit and loss, sales, cost of goods or COGS. What you got your labor. You know what I mean? And who's on your clock, not justifying their clockable hours. Fatima, right? You know what I mean? Even though he's just BSing right now, but I'm just saying that's something you do as a leader. You walk the sales floor. Who's on the clock? Who needs to go home? Who's being productive? And it's so interesting because I used to do it for many, 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 many years. So, and it's funny when Fatima says, I was just about to step out. And he's like, on whose clock? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When you look at a basic P&L, what's your biggest expense? It's labor. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny. And it's kind of different at a law firm because they don't their sales, they don't have a cost of goods because they don't sell anything. Their cost is maybe paper and pens and all that fun stuff. But at the end of the day, it's a normal P&L, and it's so interesting to see him work in action like that. And Fatima was like, she was just about to step out, and that's her normal flow. She just got to work, and she said, "I'm just about to step out, make a personal call." And he's like, "Where you going? On whose clock?" And it's like she didn't know. What do you think she was thinking in that moment? Like, was she like, "Who is this?" Or like, "Why is he doing this?"
Yeah, that's kind of how she answered him. She answered him almost like, I mean, she even said like, "Come again?" Like the posture that she had towards him was kind of inappropriate.
But was he wrong?
Oh no, he wasn't wrong. No.
And it reminded me of the secretary you used to have at your job back in the day. You are the nicest person on earth, but at the end of the day, she was rude. She wasn't getting the job done, and you got rid of her behind.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm just saying.
I hear you. Go ahead, sir.
So it seems like Robin has brought a sense of professionalism back to the firm. Like he said, they was running amok for so long, Fatima included, Daryl. Can you concede that?
What, go ahead.
Wait, let's start there with the concession first. Can we
Answer that question. Answer that question.
What was the question
Stop
again?
playing.
that they were running amok with no professionalism, coming and going as they please, doing their own personal business on company time.
They did seem to be very flexible with their working environment and leaving when they want to leave.
Seem to be, or were the inmates running the asylum?
I mean, put it like that.
I'm just trying to make a point. And even when Fatima saw Robin, the way she talked to him, to me that was very unprofessional. Why are you here? You here? Why? You know what I mean? It seemed like it wasn't professional. It seemed like she had attitude in her voice and her tone. Tone means a lot. Voice inflection. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
That part.
Do you agree on that?
That part.
Darryl?
Yeah, that's very. The manner in which you speak is important. I agree.
So was she unprofessional way she spoke with him?
Fatima?
Yes, Fatima. Your Fatima.
She was. She may have been a little out of line.
A little out of line. Okay.
Yeah.
But you know what? On the other side of it, once Robin should have really had spoke with her about what her new duties was going to be. It shouldn't have came from Hayden, him blindsiding her with him being her boss now. Robin should have informed. But did he just make it up? Did he just come up with that on the fly?
I think that I was thinking about that. So Jeff said a little while ago that he think Robin has an agenda, and even inside of that firm, and I do too. I don't exactly know why he gave Hayden Andy's caseload and not somebody else the caseloads, but I think that strategically putting Fatima there is making sure that the check and balance is there, because Fatima is going to make damn sure that he doesn't mess it in any of that stuff up. So she's going to make sure.
I agree with that part about it, but my thing is, why didn't he talk to Fatima?
I agree with you on that. I completely agree with that.
I'm saying, I'm saying, do you think he just thought about that on the fly? Is what I'm asking you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you don't come up with you don't usually come up with decisions like that on the fly. Usually, you think it out and it's planned and you execute, and you talk to Fatima first. Okay, you're going to be working with Hayden now, because of the circumstance.
But you know what? He's having Andy play a role. He might be playing a role as well. Like, he's getting in the character.
Well, we know it's a role that like you said, he got something else up his sleeve. He has motives. But what I'm saying is, why didn't he tell Fatima specifically that she was going to be working with Hayden now?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that might also be part of this character that he's making up.
Okay.
To see how she's going to react.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Jeff is trying to say something, though. Go ahead, Jeff.
No. I was just gonna say, I just think he just didn't get to her yet, because Hayden zipped straight to Fatima to tell her the news, and I'm like, I don't know what would be the difference to tell Fatima first versus Hayden, because Hayden is the senior in the situation, so it would make sense. No.
In the business world, you speak to your employees about what the plans are. When your role changes, it doesn't
wait a minute.
happen.
Hayden isn't no.
Oh, by the way, I'm your new boss. It doesn't work like that, Jeff.
Hayden is the employee. Hayden is the employee. He needs to know first. Hayden would know first. You know what I mean? The management would know first.
No, but Fatima should know who she'll be working with and what the circumstance is.
Yes. And it's supposed to come.
What I'm saying is, it should have came from Robin, not Hayden, is what I'm saying.
Right, but that wasn't Robin's fault. That was Hayden being messy. You saw how Hayden zipped over to Fatima to make sure she knew.
Exactly.
But
now, if it would have came from Robin, she would have took it better. You know what I'm saying, in that way. Coming from Hayden,
right, but it
was way more. You see the way Hayden talked to her, like you and your hoes, and he's just real. He's wild. He's really going in. He said a lot of things today, like, wow, very unprofessional, like even more so than other times. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
Okay, guys, you can go back to the show, but I just wanted to. Oh yeah, well, once again, new sheriff in town. Fatima is put in check. Jeff doesn't like. I'm sorry, Darryl doesn't like it, but you see in Fatima's face when Robin spoke to her, like, where the hell are you going? She was like, duh. It's like, no, get your ass back to work. What are you doing here?
Robin tore that behind up, but Matt, like I say, in a normal business setting, that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to know who's on the clock, who's going on break, who's milking the
Oh yeah,
clock.
no, no,
You
no,
know what I
no, no, no,
mean?
no, 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 not like that. If it's noticeable, come on, you're left to your own accord. You're not kids, and that you're not clocking in and clocking in and out like a factory. You're coming and going. You trust to your own accord. As long as you handle your caseload and whatever accounts that you have, nobody's monitoring you and clocking you like that. But when it becomes
Yes,
noticeable,
they are.
that the spotlight is on, it's been noticeable. He even said it's been noticeable between not Hayden, but Fatima and Andy. Not just from him, but in his absence, other people notice it too. Like, damn, they're gone again. I think other people haven't heard their conversations at time. You got Zach coming up there acting the fool sometimes. So much has been going on with them, so it's noticeable. So that's when when you're in the spotlight like that, then it has to be put in check. He's like, listen, I'm putting an end to all of that now. The new sheriff in town. We ain't doing that no more. And Fatima is shell-shocked. She doesn't know how to handle the new news. She's like, what am I going to do with this? Once you've been doing something for a long period of time, it's hard to break out of those habits, those bad habits. She's going to mess around and be back at the front desk being a secretary again.
Oh my God.
Just messing with you, Jeff.
Yeah.
I was just messing with you.
Mhm.
All right, so let's go back to the show.
I don't like Matt. I never liked Matt.
You don't like what?
I don't like
But
Matt.
what? No, wait a minute. He was agreeing with you though.
Not right now, he wasn't.
He was the only thing he was kind of disagreeing with me with your boy with his approach. What's his name again? Crap.
Robin.
I'm sorry, with Robin's approach. I say that Robin was being firm. What he saw was Fatima on her cell phone. He asked, "Oh, what are you doing right now?" She said, "I was about to head out. Not that I'm finna get some paperwork out of my car. Not that I'm." She said, I'm finna head out." And he's like, "Where you go?" You know what I mean? That's a red flag. So he nipped it in the bud, even though it's kind of like a show. But in reality, he wasn't wrong.
Yeah, I don't like Matt. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Did you like what Robin did though?
No, not really.
You
He
did the
could.
same thing in real life, Sir Darrell. Let's not play. You did the same thing in real life.
Oh, I know, but I don't like necessarily seeing him talk to Fatima that
Oh
way.
my God! Even though you did the exact same thing in real life,
Mm-hmm.
how is that? Okay, all
Absolutely.
right.
Yeah.
I need you in your office working on Vincent Jones and Leland business. Is that clear?
Crystal,
Good. Glad we understand each other. Get back to work.
Pause it.
Highly unnecessary.
It was very necessary. Now get your behind back to work
No.
and don't do it again. You saw that? I didn't hear no lip. I didn't hear no. But you see how firm that's why Fatima is the way she is because Andy is not firm. You know what I mean? You saw even though this is a facade, Robin cracked that whip. He said, "Get back to work." He walked off, and she didn't give no lip because she know her behind can be on the other side of that door. All right, that's it.
Well, if he had um if he continues with this, we could be burying him soon. With a
Get
phone
out of
call,
here.
Robin's gone.
That phone call, you already know she wants to be a lawyer. She's not trying to do none of that because she'll be shooting herself in
Well,
the foot. So
exactly. But Robin doesn't even know the danger he could be in.
oh, but she's not. He's not because she's not going to do nothing. She is not going to do nothing, especially not on this show.
shit.
Excuse me.
Look, we just gotta try to figure out who ended Hayden before all this drama surrounding Gary and the suspicion on
Pause
the
it.
road wrecks her career.
Why is she not in her office? At least going to her freaking office with this freaking phone call, and it's not even a minute. It's like this is a full blown conversation.
And she's in the same basic location, right outside. I mean, he can see her if he starts looking.
Like I like, but like Matt said, when somebody had those bad habits And you know those employees that's been around for a long time, they're comfortable, they got their favorite manager. It's hard to break those habits. It's hard, and they be the first to go. Back in my day, they was the first to go. You be on that target. If somebody is a good employee, they can work with anybody because they know the job and they know how to they're a good worker bee. My thing is with Fatima, it's like when you need to depend on the leadership or different, well, leadership style does matter, but that shouldn't hinder you from doing a good job. And right now she's not doing a good job because she's taking a personal call and she's got to work. But go ahead.
And he's right there. I mean, she didn't even step around the corner to do this. She didn't step in the bathroom or nothing like that. She's just standing
and
literally
she,
2 feet
she
away
doesn't
from where
notice.
she was at when he told her to stop doing it.
She doesn't notice because she's so used to it. And you already know. We know these type of people in the field. But go ahead.
It's called jail, not prison. It's the same difference.
Is not
Pause it.
spoken like a true Hollywood.
Is this episode going to be like them sitting around this table? All their scenes are going to be sitting around this table. Like
Yeah, we're
you
almost
remember,
done.
you
They
remember
ain't
the
going
Golden
nowhere.
Girls? Like the Golden Girls, they would have like flashback episodes where they're sitting at the freaking table and just reminiscing
But
on
at least
old
on the Golden Girls, they would actually flash us back to give us something to,
flashback. They were
to actually watch. This
right.
is ridiculous.
And have a cheesecake and like remember
Yeah.
this is like ridiculous. They just sit and I just noticed I'm just like okay this is their scene. It's gonna be around this table and that's it for them. But okay.
Yeah.
Who do you think that was?
I know exactly who it was. It was Robin. I don't know how he snuck out of the.
But
I don't know how he snuck out of the office that quick, but it was him.
but what was it? I didn't hear nothing making him flatline or nothing. Like
Well, it didn't happen immediately. He's got to get in the system. If it happened immediately, he wouldn't have time to get away.
just so Robin or Gary's little friend, the Caucasian fellow. Whatever happened to the other guy who they actually had drug Jordan?
Oh yeah, maybe it's him.
Hmm.
I just can't really see a world without Gary in it.
Oh,
Does that make me
Pause it.
pathetic? No.
You see, this the BS I'm talking about. Matt says, "Isn't this with them drawn out?" I don't know. I guess he's talking about them chatting. I guess, but this the BS I'm talking about with Andy. That's why I don't have any sympathy for her. Remember back in the day, I used to always ask you how much sympathy do you have for Andy, and I would always say zero, even now. And she just admitted she can't imagine a world without Gary. You see what I'm saying? And once again, I'm gonna circle back. I'm gonna circle back to Sabrina. Not so much Danny because I know she's trash. She don't give a darn. But with Sabrina, who's actually trying to build a future with what's his name?
her man.
Her man having a child together. This is gonna be both their child. That's wrong. That is wrong. I'm firm on she needs to set her girl straight. Like, listen, what are your intentions? You need to maybe you just need to step away from leave Jordan alone. Step away. That's what I would say. I would have said that a long time ago, but she just needs to leave him alone. Just leave him alone. Don't go see him. Let him believe that you're still with Gary because you still are. You still like him. Even after all of that, you just talked about being mentally stressed out and physically and all this stuff. but you still have a tender spot for him. And I guarantee you, if Gary was in his prime, not in the hospital, it was just him, and he gave her one of those looks, she would melt like butter and have sex with him.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Andy. Trash Andy. But okay.
But human.
Yeah. Look, you can't help who you love or how long you love them beyond what they deserve. Lord knows I could testify.
I know
Pause
this is
it.
your crisis, Andy.
I mean, I know I keep saying the same thing over and over and over, but they all know that he killed Penelope's baby. That's not in dispute. They all know that he threw her on the ground and killed and murdered her baby, essentially. And they're still like, yeah, that's understandable. You can't help it. Where is the person to say, what are you crazy? I'm your friend. I'm letting you know you're psycho. That's not okay. And you don't even have to use the word psycho, but they need to remind her of but that's not going to change her mind. Obviously,
And think about
she's
all of the things that he
telling.
said. Think about all of the things that Gary has said to her. Think about the sniffing of the panties. Think about, well, I don't know. She know about the sniff. Yeah, she found out about that, I think. Think about the
Yeah,
horrible names that he called her to her face. And then finally, think about the fact that he set up a whole situation for her fiance to be knocked out and pictures taken, and then threatened to kill him if she didn't do what he wanted um him to do. Like, think about all of that, and that just becomes. No, I'm sorry. I'm Matt. Call back. I'm sorry. Now I realize what happens if I don't answer it immediately. It goes away. Think about all that. Just think about. Just think about somebody
isn't it
threatening.
like
Think about somebody threatening to kill somebody that you love if you don't do what they say, and then you're gonna mention not seeing a world without them in it. That's just that
right?
that becomes absolutely crazy.
Crazy,
1 second.
crazy.
This one, they're losing their goddamn mind. No, the sensitive spot for Gary, and okay, and I still got love for him. Come on now. Not that he's just done bad things to her, but it's established and confirmed Gary is a murderer.
Yeah.
Murderer, like you said, he killed his own baby. He's evil, period. You know what I'm saying? All of that, what he's been doing with her was an act anyway with Andy. All of that was an act.
Right, because
He's heartless.
all of the time before that, he didn't go to those places. She didn't know. I mean, I don't know that she would have gone anywhere, even if she did know, but she didn't know that he was so connected that he was just having people killed or killing people himself. She didn't know that.
But at a certain point,
Wait,
she found out. And she also found out
yes.
that she was one of many. You know what I'm saying? That he was doing the same thing, too, as her. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I
Saying
didn't
he
say
loves
that.
them and all that.
I didn't say that to disagree with you. I'm actually agreeing with you that he was putting on an act, like he was
Right.
covering up that aspect of him, so she didn't know. But I, even now knowing that doesn't change everything. That coming to that knowledge should change everything, and for Andy, it doesn't.
Right. And even her girls should be like, they know that information about him also. They shouldn't be agreeing with her. Well, I understand that. She should be like Jeff said, snap out of that. You're dreaming again. What's wrong with you? Snap out of that. It shouldn't be no sensitive spot or nothing. He's evil. Get that out of your head. Get that out of your heart. Have some goddamn common sense and discipline. You know what I'm saying? No matter what your relationship was you had with him. No, it's no time to reminisce about that.
Yep,
Be realistic. He's evil, and that's what, stick with that. Keep that front and center.
that's right.
They're making women look real bad in this regard.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Like, okay, he's done all of these evil things, yet you still have a possibility that you may take him back. And we know they make Andy so weak. She's supposed to be so intelligent, yet so weak and stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
And keep wondering why she's getting herself in these situations.
absolutely.
Unreal. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. So we agree on this one, fellas.
We agree.
That's all I was trying to say.
All
We
right.
do agree. For once, one accord this time.
Thank you, sir.
For once, you guys have a voice of reason on this one also.
Yes, sir.
Good for you. All right, carry on, fellas.
All right. Maybe I think I like him. I think I can deal with him.
Alone.
Whoa! Whoa. A Shannon Sharp reference on a Tyler Perry show. Don't what are we doing here? Does that not shock you?
Yeah, it's cool.
That's shocking to me. Maybe
Mhm.
that's a slight gesture that everything's all right. All right, all right.
Okay.
Yes, Gary. He's worried that I'm bottling up my emotions.
Now, if we get a Monique reference, we gonna have to analyze the hell out of a Monique reference. We won't be getting a Monique reference, I don't think. Do you?
Hey, look, I don't have a lot of time. I need to tell you about Robin.
Oh, yes, Robin. I know he's back in town. Good looking out. He really saved me in the nick of time.
Andy, no, Robin is.
Has been a big help. I honestly don't know if I can get through this without
Pause
him.
it.
Andy, listen, I don't know how much.
Has she been standing out there all this freaking time?
Yes. She ain't even went back to her office to do this.
I mean, she hasn't even started her day yet. But see, even though like what Robin putting on the show, this is the crap that you look out for. People milking the clock. Jesus, no billable hours. Go ahead.
Much of he's actually trying to be. Robin is really trying to.
I have to go. Can I call you back when we can really catch up?
Just wait, I just need to. Shit, I'm trying to help a sister out. You just.
Oh,
Fatima,
Shit. Hey,
what are you still doing out here?
I was coming looking for you, just the man I was looking for. I was gonna see if you needed anything.
Oh,
it
great.
would be appropriate for her to say I was talking to my boss, Andy. That would be appropriate. I was trying to contact Angie.
Liar.
Well, she was
Liar.
talking to
She's
Andy.
a liar.
She was talking
She's
to
a
Andy.
liar.
She's talking to Andy.
Rewind what she just said to him. Rewind it, play it back. Let me hear what she
But
said.
I'm
Or is
saying
it
I
you?
said it would be appropriate.
No, rewind it first. Rewind it first, and then we're gonna talk. Liar.
Shit, I'm trying to help a sister out. You just.
Fatima,
Shit. Hey,
what are you still doing out here?
I was coming looking for you, just the man I was looking for. I was gonna see
Oh,
if you
pause
needed
it.
anything.
Pause it. Is that true? Is that factual? What
Maybe she
just
was
said?
coming to look for him. We don't know.
Stop playing with me. Just stop playing with me. She said that she was coming to look for him. Is that true?
I
We
don't
know.
believe that it's true. I think that it's probably not true.
In other words, it's a lie, right?
It's the opposite of the truth.
Listen, stop playing. Now, even though I'm pretty sure, I mean, he's just busting her chops just to have that presence right now. But she's been on the clock all this freaking time on the phone. That's serious. If it's only because he has a soft spot for Andy. That's the only reason her behind is not getting lit up for real. That's the only reason. But that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, there is actually a few things you could do for me.
Okay.
For starters, you can tell me what that phone call was about.
You calm down. I look like Chili from TLC. Roast the Riches is a scam!
Ooh.
Damn. Like, how's Chili gonna take that comment? If she, I mean, basically, if she said I look terrible. I look terrible. I like Chili from TLC.
I mean, anything being relevant on one of the top, being named on one of the top shows. Come on, she
All
needs to
right.
take it because she's not doing anything right now. So
All right. Maybe you're right.
I'm pretty sure she gets a call from one of her agents like, "Hey, so where you been? Hey, your name came up." They need that to be relevant. What else did we see? Robin asked, "What was that phone call about?" What do you think Tima's gonna say?
I don't know. I mean, this is crazy to me. The fact that she doesn't say I was talking to my boss, Andy. I do not understand the logic in not saying that.
But she already knows that Hayden is her boss now. And And Andy's not on the floor. I don't know if she's
But these are still Andy's cases.
hmm.
I mean, there are so many justifiable things that she could come
But
up with
that's
if she told the truth.
no. As an assistant, that is not your freaking job to be making that call. Once you know that you have a new direct supervisor, it's not your job to be calling somebody else. Going, no, she needs to be talking to Hayden. You know what I mean? So that's beyond her job title.
That ain't gonna happen.
That's be, I'm being, but I'm being, but that's the truth though. That's not her job to be going. Oh well, let me get to the bottom of it. No,
No, she
that's
doesn't
that's
have
not
to
her
even say.
job.
What I'm saying is there are so many things she can come up with. She doesn't have to tell all of the truth. But he asked, just to say who you were talking to. I was talking to my boss. I was talking to my ex. I was talking to the
She,
woman whose cases these
you
are.
see,
There are
those are not
so
her
many
cases
things that
anymore.
could be
She
going
already
on.
knows that.
There are
Okay,
certain
but it's
things.
not that though. But not that.
All right, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it, but it's not that because those are no longer her cases, and she already knows that. I just told your behind that those are Hayden cases, and you're working up under Hayden. I just told you that, knucklehead.
Oh,
And she's still on the phone. She's still on the phone outside when I just told you not to be on the phone to get in that office and get to work, and you still out there. I done got 3, 4 tasks done, and you still outside? Really? Get your sorry behind in my office.
terrible. You're terrible.
But you know darn well you did the exact same thing to your secretary. You did. You
Terrible.
did. And you know what's wrong. What else did we see? Um, who was in that hospital? I think it's that guy who just what is his name? You know
Oh,
the
I don't
guy
know his
who
name.
questioned Andy.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
no idea what his name is. Like, even if you
Gary's
say it, I'm not gonna be able to tell.
henchman. Gary's henchman.
Yeah,
He's
just
been
call him
there the
that.
whole time. So I can't imagine anybody going in that room without him knowing. So I mean, logically it would be him that did it, right?
No, I still say some kind of way it's Robin
So I guess he went to the restroom when Robin went in there
or
and
something. Yeah.
Robin. But wait a minute, it just happened. Robin's been at the office all the time. The timeline, Robin has been at the office.
He was at the office.
So it can't be Robin.
Can't be Robin.
He's been at the office.
Because like the
Can't be Robin.
while she was no, it didn't
It
necessarily
can't
mean
be
that he
Robin.
just
It can't be
walked in
Robin.
there. The hospital could be
Robin
around the block.
Fatima has been on that freaking phone, and all that time he went in the office.
No, but
That person,
we don't know when the Gary thing happened. It's not like it's we don't have any idea when that injection took place. That injection could have taken place this morning.
I don't know. Maybe you're right. Yeah, when nobody was there.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. All
All right. Well, I don't. I still,
right.
if this episode wasn't wrapped up in mystery, I think this would have been a good episode. But I'm taking points off by the kitchen scene of the sisters, um,
The kitchen scene.
and the fact that we're still wrapped up in the who shot Jr. Scenario. This is just killing me. So I'm taking
Wait,
points off.
wait. Who shot who?
I'm sorry. I'm older than you. This is
Yeah.
yeah. Who shot Jr. That's a reference from my day, from a show called Dallas. It was a whole season about
um.
they want to know who shot Jr. And finally, they found out.
My mom used to watch that show.
It was his mama. His mama shot him. His own mama. Um. So anyway, um, this is I hate who shot Jr. scenarios, and so I'm taking points off. I am giving it a 7.5.
I seem like I always agree with you, but you were. Cause I took off points for that scene, the Golden Girl scene, the throwback. Um, it was just so many dead scenes. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 7. solid 7. And like I said, the episode was it had action. It was
Yeah, it had the
entertaining,
makings of a good episode, didn't it?
but they phoned it in. I don't know if they were just trying to stretch out the dialogue. They didn't like, girls, it's gonna be an easy episode. Just take it easy and sit around the table and talk. They had an easy episode. They kind of we got to stretch out. We got to stretch out the season. So gonna have you sitting around the table talking, cackling, and talking about old days. Um, yeah, they could have cut a lot of that out. They could have, like, what do you think they could have cut? We know they could have cut out some of them kitchen table scenes. What do you think they could have expanded on? What scenes could they have expanded on?
They could have given us some more information on how Robin is back, but I know that we're not going to get that. We could. I don't know that I care about Zach right now because I just don't. Not in this. In this.
No, because he was just
season.
he was just sitting at home.
Yeah. They could have given us more Hayden. Hayden and Fatima arguing back and forth would have been cool. And in the sisters, in any other environment would have been cool. Just with if we would have seen Andy come to work, if we would have seen Karen go to the salon, if I don't necessarily care that much about Danny at work, but Sabrina at work could have been interesting. Just anything. If they didn't have that kitchen scene, they would have been at their jobs doing stuff. I would have even have dealt with Maurice. I would prefer to have seen Maurice than seen that kitchen scene.
We didn't see him at all. We didn't see him at all this episode.
No. And it's not that I miss him, but if I'm asked, would you take some Maurice to not have this episode go in this direction? Yep, I sure will.
And if you recall, we were fine with him back in the day when he was just at the office like one little liners and that was it.
Yeah.
You got a little taste, and we just couldn't stand him when he lost his job, and we just saw him just being crazy. But I think he's fine when he's at work because we get a little taste of him, bring it on back. That's it.
Yeah.
So he's fine in little doses.
But you know what I loved him the most? When he was talking to the billionaire woman. What's her name?
Pam. Miss Marie.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was Pam. No, I'm sorry, it was Pam.
Pam,
it was
right?
Maurice and Pam. That was hysterical.
Yeah, at the baby shower or something. They were planning the baby shower.
Yeah. That was hysterical.
All right, so before we wrap this up, so boom, not a dream, right? We think it's not a dream.
I think it's not a dream.
Like everybody's saying.
Yeah.
And Gary's not gonna be dead.
Of course he's not gonna be dead.
I mean, I don't know what that was. I don't know if it was like something that's to make him stay woozy and sleepy. That was, I guess, that would make sense.
It's something to kill him. It's just not gonna do it.
I don't know. Okay, something to kill him, but it doesn't work. I'm thinking maybe somebody just putting something in there to keep him in the hospital.
He's gonna flatline. Red alert is gonna happen. They're gonna come in there. They're gonna do all of the stuff. People are gonna be like, he's really dead this time. The fans are gonna like believe it again. Doesn't matter how many times Tyler Perry shows do this, they keep believing it. And then he'll come back out of it on the next season. He's gonna be in that hospital all season.
Oh God, who was that? Who was in the hospital for so long? I forgot who it was.
Benny from
Benny.
Benny. Benny Young spent
he was in that
entire season in the hospital.
He milked that clock, boy.
Man, he got paid for doing nothing that season.
Shit, what was I gonna say? I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, I can't remember what I was gonna say. But yeah, that's all I got. We're gonna wrap this up. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like the episode. If you want to see more of these antics, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Oh, and I think what's the next episode of Zatima? I don't even know when it airs.
I don't know, but I'm sure it's aired already. Because this is Friday.
The latest episode? The latest episode?
Yeah, I think it airs
The
before
one that we
Friday.
haven't reviewed.
Yeah, I think that
So,
because we did 2 episodes on what, Tuesday? So I'm sure that the new episodes have dropped since then.
so we got more. So we got episodes of Zatima.
Yeah, I mean, let me just check real quick, but I'm sure that we do.
Okay, and so if that's the case, you down for this weekend?
Well, it would have to be Sunday, not Saturday.
All right, that sounds like a plan.
Let me just look. Yep. Episode 9 and episode 10 dropped on the 30th.
All right, so I believe we are going to be reviewing Zatima this Sunday, and a special guest we are going to have. I'm going to reveal on Sunday our special guest we're going to have. So we're going to have an old-fashioned panel chat of
Is it going to be Daikon?
Zatima.
Elder Mother? Is it going to
No,
be Elder
because
Mother?
she don't know nothing about Zatima. That don't match. That don't mix.
I mean, she might watch. They can sneak TVs. I mean, she probably, if anybody's sneaking a TV in a compound, it's her.
Yeah,
But
you
she
might
probably
be
ain't got
right.
cable.
Yeah. So yeah, look out for us. Pause and play coming this Sunday. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Anything you got, Sir Darrell?
Nope. I'll see y'all on Sunday.
Laters.